What's good, everybody? Drive time, back at it again. So I am late to the game on this one. I saw one of my favorite content creators posted it about it probably a week or so ago, and I just haven't gotten around to watching it. I saw another content creator did it, and I finally saw this little video clip that people were talking about, and wow! So the woman goes on and says that men should not abandon a child. They should not abandon a child just because a paternity test tells him that it's not his child. That he should not break that bond that he's created with that kid just because of the woman's infidelity. Now, I had two immediate thoughts to this. Number one is on the fellas side. Now, fellas, hear me out. I totally get the idea that she is trying or attempting to convey. Meaning, if you have a bond with a kid, your personal one-to-one relationship or bond or connection to that kid that you made isn't gonna change because of the DNA test. It's still, like, this is where in court they'll say paternity doesn't determine fatherhood, which is the dumbest phrase I've ever heard. But in a moral sense, I get the idea that you still have the memories, you still have the connection, you still have the relationship. Totally get it. And I even see one of my other favorite content creators talk about, never finish another man's save game, the brother Anton Daniels. And I actually disagree with him partially because he's a Bible believer like I am, and we both know that the Bible says raise a godly seed. So it doesn't necessarily, and he knows this because he and I both come from Detroit church background to my knowledge, so he's very well knowledgeable of Bishop Ben Jabert, because most of us are. Anyway, the Bible says raise a godly seed. So there's something to be said about the fact of you still imparting in a kid. And I could very, very, very well be biased because I've been a mentor my whole life. My oldest son is adopted. So if you want to take everything I say on that regard and throw it out the window, that's fine. I take it. It's cool. Now on to the woman's side, though. I need her to go and sit down with her ladies. And I need her to repeat everything she said to us verbatim to them. Wait a couple seconds. And then I need her to ask the question. If a man shouldn't break his relationship with a child despite all the hurt and pain that would come along with that child being a reminder of all the infidelity and betrayal of the mom, then why is it always an excuse that women use to murder their child because it's a reminder of the person who helped them birth it, or not birth it, conceive it? Because one of the leading things that women will say when they get on the topic of removing a child from their body before it's allowed to be born is, if they are assaulted, they shouldn't have to live with the constant reminder of what happened to them, which that child will bring. And if that's the case, fair enough. Why should a man have to do it? Fair should be fair. If a man can't walk away from a child that's technically and literally not even his, he has zero connection to it other than some, like, the emotional memories and connection. If you saying he can't walk away from it, and he should deal with all the emotional turmoil that's gonna come from him remaining around it, then my question is, why shouldn't or why can't the woman stay around in the child's life in spite of all the emotional and whatever, like, memories and stuff that's gonna come from the reminders, especially given that she does have a connection to it. It's not like she's walking away from somebody else's kid. She's killing her own kid, which she has a connection to, literally a connection to, literally, physically, genetically, in every way she's connected to this child, and she gets to kill it because she doesn't want the emotional turmoil that's gonna come with her, it being a reminder of everything that happened to her. I want to know from her specifically and all these other women that be out here saying this, if you believe a man should stay despite all the emotional turmoil that it's gonna bring and him being reminded that he was cheated on, then why doesn't a woman have to carry despite all the emotional turmoil that she's gonna go through? Because you saying he shouldn't walk away from another man's child, but she should be able to murder her own. Make it make sense.